Okay, people, we got a major event going down. Hurricane Florence is coming to town, and it means business. Mass evacuations have been ordered to the entire South Carolina coast. They ordered them all to get out, and some of them people, most of them people, folded up their hands and said, "No, we ain't going nowhere."
Those riding it out stocked up on supplies.
We have water, flashlights, we're all set.
Other people in there said, "You know what? We gonna start robbing and stealing everything that ain't buckled down when the store come in." So they think. Florence means blooming, to flower or flourish. That means this thing is flourishing. That's why they named it Florence. It means to grow or develop in a healthy or vigorous way. Flourish mean. And we're going to give you facts about hurricanes. Hurricanes follow the path of slave ships. That's a fact. It's God's anger. Yet Edom fails to notice that the two places the children of Israel was taken captive is where the storm starts, which is in Africa, and where it finished, which is in America. And it's going to strike the first place slaves landed in the Carolinas. The Carolinas were merged, and it was called Jamestown before. Right? Okay, so some quick facts. Let's get a little bit more deeper into this. Intense. Number one, Atlantic hurricanes tend to develop off the coast of Africa, then move in a north-northwest direction by the time they reach the position. But Florence was in a couple of days ago. They tend to take a hard turn towards the northeast, staying well away from the USA. Not so Florence. It's flourishing, see, it's coming for America. Florence's path, however, has been blocked by a ridge of high pressure in the atmosphere. Sure, it's called God's power steering it right to the Carolinas where they first enslaved us, which is essentially blocking the storm from moving northward and keeping it on a westward trajectory towards the coast of the Carolinas instead. Number two, fast fact. Major hurricanes this far north are rare, so Florence is rare. Because of the ridge, even as Florence latitude increases, it's projected to stay within a zone of warm temperatures that will allow Florence to stay strong and indeed strengthen, flourish Florence as it churns its way towards the coast. That means that they expect it to cause major damage, people. And all them happy-go-lucky people who got their cameras out for YouTube, they gonna film me. It may not go well for they aces. Number three, fast fact. The expected storm surge will be amplified. You know what? It's only one power, and that's God. By higher average sea levels. The National Hurricane Center is expected to issue storm surge warnings tomorrow, but residents are already being evacuated and cautioned that Florence storm surge could be life-threatening, will cause death. We gonna see, ain't we? We gonna see what it do, right? Ain't that what Ray Charles say? It's gonna do what it do, baby. About the Carolinas, I never did see that movie either. I saw a commercial. About the Carolinas now, we're going to learn a little about where it's going to hit at. Name, date, new colonists arrived. England set up its first successful North American colony in 1607. It was in Jamestown, Virginia. In 1663, Charles II, Wasking of England, he gave the land south of Virginia to 8 proprietors, businessmen. These men founded the Carolina colonies. They named it after the king's father, Charles I. This new colony included what is now both North and South Carolina, but it was Jamestown, Virginia, where the slaves were taken in. By 1660, About 1,000 English colonists lived in the Carolinas. The proprietors collected taxes from them. They used this money to start the government. A governor was appointed to lead the colony. So in 1619, the first documented Africans came to Jamestown, where this Hurricane Florence is flourishing to destroy the colonists. Come on, it's all about what Edom did to Israel. That's all it's about. That's all this anger, fury, earthquakes. These are the signs. It's like Pharaoh before the end of the pharaohs. Well, this is the end of Babylon, man. The new Babylon. So in 1619, the first documented Africans came to Georgetown. They say, which we don't believe anything too much about what they say, about 50 men and women and children aboard a Portuguese slave ship. So they said it was about 50 men and women. I wonder how many people gonna die in the storm that had been captured in West Indies and brought to Jamestown region. Sure they were. So we're going to go to the Bible now. We're going to look in that, man. Book of Nahum 1:3. The Lord will by no means clear the guilty. His way is in whirlwind and storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So this is God's way. And who is God aiming at, really? Gentiles. Unfortunately, Gentiles come in all colors now. They were just one color, pink. Now they all different colors, all shades. They're like a freaking rainbow ice cream, man. Malachi 1:4 or Malachi. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build. So that's what they say. It's better to leave now from the Carolinas and then come back and rebuild. We will rebuild the desolate places. If you didn't know, when we were flourishing as a people, Hurricane Florence flourishing, put it all together, people, and God came in with warnings and destroyed some of Israel, we said the same thing. It's a funny damn thing. So they said we will return and build the desolate places. But God said, thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw it down. Ezekiel 25:12. Thus says the Lord God, and this is what it's all about. Because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore says the Lord God, I will stretch out my hands upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate. And that's God's plan with the European nations. Make it desolate. So we got them at war now. We got these hurricanes coming in. We got the volcanoes going off. We got the great earthquake about to happen, but earthquakes in diverse places. You know, we got the meteors falling. We got, you know, these planets showing up everywhere, man. It's over, people. It's over. You know, in Israel, y'all be ready for the Lord. Strap the news.